because a gentleman once glanced at you. Does it entitle you to come into my presence, dressed like an indecent hedge drab? Take it off, you shameless baggage. Get out of my sight.
You hated me ever since Peter. You can't stand the sight of me because you couldn't hold him.
Stanley.
And it's not only Peter, it's Craig, too. You're afraid I could get him back, and I could if I wanted him. All I'd have to do is lift my little finger, and that's why you're tormenting me. Because you're jealous and you're getting revenge.
Damn you. Now will you shut your mouth?
And Miss de Havilland agrees that her sister-in-arms, Davis, has done it again. It is only in two such accomplished women as these, and two women so assured in their art, one could see the little girl. And that high school girl's humor seems to interrupt in no way the return to their parts in the dark dream that this wizard has woven round them.
309, take 3.
Hush. Yeah. Hush, sweet Charlotte.
I wish that I could have been on the set to watch you two make Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte together. Boy, it must have been exciting seeing you two stealing scenes from each other.
Stealing scenes? Oh, Gene, that's just an old wives' tale. You know, most actors never resort to such tactics.
No, most performers wouldn't dream of doing a thing like that. They just couldn't be bothered.
I see.
Well, I know that everybody's looking forward, ladies, to the opening of your new motion picture, Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte, which I understand opens in New York this week. Is that correct? And
Wednesday, I believe. At the Capitol, I believe.
Very good. All right. Well, now we believe it, too. And I'm sure that you're both, I should say, very excited about all the Academy Award nominations the picture's received, huh?
7.
7?
Seven.
That's wonderful.
We are thrilled, of course, we're thrilled to death for Agnes Moorehead, for the supporting woman, you know, and needless to say, she will have our vote.
Ah, wonderful. Olivia, what role do you play in the picture?
Well, I do not play Hush Hush, contrary to Biddy. I play a mysterious cousin, Miriam, of Charlotte. And you can guess who Charlotte is.
I see. By the process of elimination, yes, I can. Betty, is it true that you sing in this movie?
Well, I do a song that my lover, who died when I was very young, left to me of his love for me, and I sing it one night in the room alone, remembering him.
Yes. I see. How does she do, Olivia?
I think she sings it most effectively.
The first time I saw Bette Davis, she scared the daylights out of me.
Betty, that's the voice of your good pal who flew in all the way from Paris, France, just to be with you, Miss Olivia de Havilland.
I haven't seen you for so long. I'm so glad to see you. Ah.
Olivia, you mean Betty really scared you?
Nearly to death. We had to make 3 pictures together for her to warm up to me.
Betty,
Really?
is that the way you remember it?
No, I don't remember.
No.
I feel I've always known and loved Olivia, so I don't remember that.
It wasn't really true.
It wasn't true?
No, not
Well, shame
always.
on
Not
me.
at
Shame
the
on
beginning.
Do you remember the
I
titles
was
of those
probably
pictures?
jealous of you, so damn good looking.
What were some of the titles of pictures you made together?
I can remember them. The first one was It's Love I'm After with Leslie Howard. And the second one was Elizabeth in Essex with Errol Flynn. And by the way, up until that time, I had always been Errol Flynn's leading lady.
Yes.
But this time, in Elizabeth in Essex, Betty was his leading lady, and I was demoted to her lady-in-waiting. I was humiliated. And then finally, we made In This Our Life. And Betty at last got to play the bad sister.
Yeah.
And I played the good sister. And we became great friends.
Does she still scare you?
Just a little. But I love her dearly.
This must remind you of your night on This Is Your Life in London.
You was at the AFI dinner, the American Film Institute dinner, when they were saluting Bette Davis.
Yes.
And I'm paraphrasing because I don't know. You said that Bette Davis had the career
that I most admired.
That you most admired.
And that I wanted.
That you wanted.
For myself.
Yeah.
The kind of career.
What did you mean by that?
Well, you know, she was really unique. I came into the business much earlier than you did.
Not much.
Oh, yes, quite a bit. But she was simply remarkable because the most glamorous and the most brilliant actress was Greta Garbo, but she was always romantic, and in spite of being an extraordinary actress, was always beautiful and always romantic. Now, Bette was doing something quite different with the same amount of astounding talent and intensity. She was playing a real human beings, and it didn't matter to her whether they were evil or good or both or ugly or pretty. She would play them with this ferocious honesty, and nobody else was doing that. There wasn't a single woman, young woman, who was doing that. And when I first went into the business, she was only about 26 years of age. That's all. It's unbelievable that she was only 26 when she was nominated for a Human Bondage, for example.
My heavens.
It's astounding. Well, I thought, that's the kind of work I want to do. That's the kind of career I'd like to have.
So challenging and so exciting and varied.
And so she was this immense inspiration.